would first like to say Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
For all of you out here that, I mean, even if you don't have any kids of your own and you're a mother to others, just Happy Mother's Day to all of y'all. It's none of us would be here without a mother. So thank y'all for the gift of life. Hopefully you got spoiled. If not, tell me and I'll get on to Hoover.
Well, we're here, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So today, the message I have is fear. I would like to start, of course, by a few embarrassing stories. They're always funny for y'all. The first one, when I was a little kid, somebody, I don't even know who it was, took me to see the movie Anaconda. Y'all remember that movie with J-Lo? Does anybody know what year that movie came out? I meant to look it up before I come, but anybody look it up real quick? Anyways, I'm still terrified of snakes. Now, like, I'm a man, so I'll still handle my business. You know, like, if there's a snake, he's taking 97. So I've been 4 years old. Who takes a 4-year-old to see that movie? You know, but anyways, yeah, it would have had to be. I mean, with J-Lo, yeah. Okay, so I'm terrified of snakes. When I was a kid, deathly. We would go to the Illinois River, and I was so scared to get in the water. I just thought like I was just going to be just taken up by this monster anaconda. I would be in the boat most of the time. Well, I finally got courage to get out of the boat, and I'm swimming around, and next thing I know, this snake starts wrapping around my leg like death grip, and I'm yelling snake, and it's like when someone yells shark at the beach, like people just start scattering. I'm like Michael Phelps swimming back to the boat because I got this snake wrapped around my leg, and I'm little, so I can't get in the raft, and so I swim around to the other side, and my dad grabs me and pulls me up, and the life jacket strap got wrapped around my leg. But fear, I had so much fear in me that like I had already created the story before it even happened. Another one, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, we had this windstorm come through and just fires everywhere. There was smoke, like you would have thought, it was just the most smoke I'd ever saw so quick. And I'm standing there and I'm seeing this smoke. And I'm thinking, I've got 4 horses to load up. I got a donkey, a mini pony, 5 dogs, cats, all this stuff, and a family to protect. And the fire is right there, right? And the sheriff comes flying up the road and is like, y'all got to get out. And I'm like, where is the fire? Somebody tell me where the fire is. And they're like, it's east of 99. East of 99 is straight south of us. Okay, and it's a north wind blowing. I mean, it was that, y'all remember the windstorm. So it's coming. It's like, we got minutes to get out. So I'm trying to get all these stuff loaded up, and I get to the donkey, and I'm getting to the back, and I'm pulling, and he is just locked. Okay, and it's a bumper pull. I don't know if I say this. My donkey can be stubborn sometimes. I was gonna say the other word, but I got kids. So I'm like pulling this donkey. I'm like, you gotta get in this trailer. Like I still got horses to catch, and I'm worried about this donkey. But I'm in my head. I'm just seeing what's happening. Like fire tops the hill. Like Chelsea's out looking for a cat. I've got kids in the car, and I'm having to make decisions of who lives and who dies. You know, at this moment. So I grab this donkey like a dog. Okay, donkey's that tall. I grab it like a dog and Superman strength and just throw it in the deal. Okay, I'm running around. I'm not making this up. If I'm lying, God strike me dead right now. I'm getting stuff in and out of the truck. I opened my door of my truck, and my phone was connected to the radio. And the song that was playing, I'm not lying, y'all, with the Brandon Like That's Who I Pray song, and there's a part in it that says, hey, what does it say? It says the fire's gonna burn, but it won't touch you though. Like, I swear to God. I open the door, that part plays, I shut the door, and I keep going on panicking. Never paid attention to it. So, anyways, long story short, I get all of this done. The fire was on the west side of 99. It was like 7 miles away. I've panicked everybody. I've got Havy crying. I've got horses loaded up in town when the fire's not even close to us. So next time when that happens, I will go drive, find the fire myself. But that's a story of what fear can do when you're panicking instead of seeing what's I see smoke. I never saw a fire. So the donkey part, yeah,
God told you it wasn't going to
yeah,
catch you.
he told me. I didn't listen though. So I'm going to be in 2 Kings 6 today. And I'm going to be talking about Elisha. And I really want to make this, I know I'm limited on time, but I really want to make this. We were having dinner a few weeks back with some family, and I asked them, it was on a Sunday, I said, how was church? And they were like, oh, it was good. I was like, well, what did they preach about? And they're like, I don't know. But it was good, you know. I really want, when I preach, that you get key things that you can remember when something happens next week. Like, I remember him talking about this, and I can apply this to my situation that I'm in. I think of it as a rope bag. Like, I want to give you a few ropes today. It might be different ropes for some of y'all, but I want to give you a rope that when fear comes up, because it's going to happen in every one of us, whether the toughest man here, I promise, has a lot of fear. We might not show it, but fear will come up, and you will have a tool and a strategy to go up against it, okay? So, we're going to start in 2 Kings 6. It starts with the king of Aram. He's at war with Israel, and he's mobilizing troops to go fight against Israel, but Elisha is telling the king, God is revealing to Elisha where he's going to be. So he goes and tells the king of Israel, hey, they're about to attack you here, move your guys away, get them over here. So he does this over and over again so they can never attack Israel. And finally the king of Aram is like, I've had it. Like, what is going on? There has to be somebody here with me that is telling the Israelites what we're doing. And they're like, no, like, there's no traitor here. It's Elisha, the prophet, is telling him what you say even in your own bedroom. So he says, okay, let's find where Elisha is and let's take care of it. So they get out, and the report comes back that Elisha's in Dothan, and we are going to pick up in, we're going to pick up 13. So go out and find where he is, the king commanded, so I can send troops to seize him. And the report came back, Elisha is at Dothan. So one night the king of Aram sent a great army with many chariots and horses to surround the city. When the servant of the man of God got up early the next morning and went outside, there were troops, horses, and chariots everywhere. Oh, sir, what will we do now? The young man cried to Elisha. Don't be afraid, Elisha told him, for there are more on our side than there are theirs. Then Elisha prayed, O Lord, open his eyes and let him see. The Lord opened the young man's eyes. When he looked up, he saw the hillside around Elisha was filled with horses and chariots of fire. As the Aramean army advanced toward him, Elisha prayed, O Lord, please make them blind. So the Lord struck them with blindness as Elisha had asked. Then Elisha went out and told them, you have come the wrong way. This isn't the right city. Follow me, and I'll take you to the man you're looking for. And he led them to the city of Samaria. As soon as they had entered Samaria, Elisha prayed, O Lord, now open their eyes and let them see. So the Lord opened their eyes, and they discovered that they were in the middle of Samaria. Now Samaria is Israel, okay? So he basically led them to their enemy. So when the king of Israel saw them, he shouted to Elijah, my father, should I kill him? Should I kill him? Of course not, Elisha replied. Do we kill prisoners of war? Give them food and drink, and send them home again to their master. So the king made a great feast for them, and then sent them home to their master. After that, the Aramean raiders stayed away from the land of Israel. I feel like that's one of the most powerful stories in the Bible. A lot of times, the enemy will use a what if. I feel like that's one of the enemy's greatest tools is what if this happens. So my first rope out of that rope bag is this a possibility or is this reality? If the enemy gives you that, run that question through it, and that will tell you if it's a what if, you're worrying about something that might not ever even happen. Now, if it's reality, you got to take care of what you're faced with. My fire was a possibility, but I had created so many what ifs, and that is what if that fire comes and I lose Earl or Jesse, I can't replace those horses and all this and that, and I created those what ifs. The second tool I'll give you is when those what ifs come, just add in God. Because my what if that I was so worried about was losing Earl, right? Well, that what if came reality. But then God provided somebody else with kindness and that allowed us to borrow a horse, right? So God made a way for the what if that I was worried about. And He will for you too. You know, I thought about with fear and just some of mine that I am very fearful of today as a parent. Number one is snakes still, but no, I'm just kidding. Phones. Man, I'm almost paranoid about phones with my kids. Just the information that is fed to them, it scares me to death. But I take away that fear by having conversations with my kids, right? Like, kids, you are forced information and led to have opinions on things, so you have to be very censored in what you allow to be fed in your mind over and over again. And it could go as far as very bad things that, how do I say this with young kids here? Things that married couples should do, right? That is what our youth is fed at a young age. And that's something that we have to be mindful of and have those conversations with our kids. And that's not fun to do, right? But if we don't teach them, the world will. The school, I'm telling you, your kids know more than you think they know at an early age, of 3rd, 4th grade, 5th grade. So I'm taking away some of that fear by having conversations and just admitting to my kids I am scared, and this is why. For me, my fear is addiction with my kids. Hey, you can drink that, you can do this stuff, you're probably going to like it. I mean, that's what I struggled with. Our family has struggled with stuff like that. You can go down that road, you might like it, then what are you going to do? So it's probably best to just avoid it and not try those things. Now that will sometimes have you not be the norm, right? You might not fit in with certain people, and that's fine. I'll talk about that in a second. Protection, safety, you know, that's another one for me. So when I was putting this message together, I asked a lot of my softball girls, and I asked other friends at Havies, and just kind of what is some of the fears that they are seeing, you know, as kids. And some of the stuff I got, I mean, it's sad. One is shootings at school. That kids are scared about that, and that is the reality of the world we live in. What I'm doing, I make a plan. Have a plan. If something happens, you can't stop that happening. Okay? There's a girl in Texas that played dead, and she survived. Okay? Have a plan. If you're an older guy, I'm going to tell my son, if he's 15, 16, fight, right? Just because you're 15, 16, you're still a man. Being a man is what you do. It's not your age. So if you're there, protect. Eliminate it. Tackle them. If you take a bullet, you take a bullet. But who knows how many lives you're saving. You know, I thought about doing an illustration, but since it rained, I left the bull at home. I was going to stand in the middle of the arena and turn out a bull, you know, and show y'all how to overcome fear. I can already see it, you know, preacher dies at a rodeo. But there's some things that fear, like Elisha didn't walk out and just say, Jesus, take the wheel, right? Like, he took action. But that's what fear gets you to try to stop you from doing, is taking action. Now, what if I turned a bull out? Or what if some people showed up here and turned a bull out and said, who's a Christian? And I raised my hand and then they threw me out there. You think God would protect me then? Probably, maybe. Right? We got Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They were asked to bow, didn't, so the king threw them in the furnace. But the thing that got me what they said is they said that my God will save me. But even if he don't, I'm still not valid. Like, and that's how I feel it would be if somebody was here persecute Christians. That even if he don't, there's no fear there.
We know where we're going.
We know where we're going. Another one I got with kids is fear of public speaking. Does anybody have that? Have that fear? Anybody? Yeah. I have it too. I don't know. It's hard. The thing I would say with that, the tool there is just pray before you have to do anything, and just ask God to give you the strength to get through it. Anytime you need strength to do anything, no matter small, it might be small to you, it's big to Him. Ask for strength, and He'll give you strength to talk. The Holy Spirit will come in and say things. When I get done here, a lot of times, like, I critique myself, and I'm like, oh, I wish I would have said this. I wish I would have said that. The Holy Spirit says what they're going to say. God spoke through a donkey. He can speak through me and you. Fear of failure was a big one. Anybody got that one? If you have the fear of failure, look at your preparation. A lot of times, just the lack of preparation, if you prepare all you can do, that fear a lot of times will go away. Because at the end of the day, I've done everything I can do to get ready for my rodeo run, ball, whatever it is. 2 Timothy talks about it. He says, for God gives us the spirit of fear. God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. In high school, when I was playing ball, I would wake up every morning at 6 a.m. and I'd go kick a football for 2 hours before school. I had a lot, but one game specifically, come down, we're driving down the field, hit a guy down the middle, run up to the line, we all set up a field goal real quick with time. We had no timeouts, time's running out. I quick step it, bang it through the middle, not even thinking about it. How was I able to do